Before there were forests, before dinosaurs walked the land, before humanity ever dreamed of stars, there was this: an invisible universe, a drifting empire, a living tide so vast, so powerful, that without it, Earth would collapse. What you're seeing right now may look small, fragile, almost insignificant, but these creatures, zooplankton, are the foundation of life on this planet. They are not background noise. They are not filler in the ocean. They are the ocean's heartbeat. Zooplankton are animals that drift, not because they are weak, but because the ocean itself is their highway. Some are born microscopic and die microscopic. Others begin life smaller than a grain of sand and grow into the largest animals to ever exist. Every whale, every coral reef, every fish you've ever admired, all of them begin here. Zooplankton are larvae, hunters, grazers, parasites, warriors, and ghosts. And together, they form the largest migration on Earth. Every single night, as the sun disappears, trillions upon trillions of zooplankton rise from the depths, not meters, not tens of meters, hundreds, sometimes thousands. They ascend like a living storm, feeding near the surface under cover of darkness. Then, before dawn, they vanish again into the black. This daily vertical migration outweighs all land migrations combined. Wildebeest, caribou, birds, not even close. This movement reshapes ocean chemistry, redistributes carbon, and helps regulate Earth's climate. Without it, the atmosphere itself would be different. Look closely. Some zooplankton are armored in spikes and blades. Others are transparent, so clear they nearly vanish. This isn't beauty, it's survival. Spines make them harder to swallow. Glass-like bodies make them almost invisible. Some species can sense pressure changes, feeling predators before they arrive. Others glow. Bioluminescence isn't decoration, it's a language of survival. Zooplankton flash to confuse attackers, signal distress, or erase their silhouette by matching moonlight from above. Entire stretches of ocean ignite blue when disturbed, not because of magic, but because life is screaming in light. In a single liter of seawater, there can be thousands of living animals, each glowing, feeding, reacting. The sea is never empty. It is crowded beyond comprehension. Blue whales, the largest animals to ever live, survive almost entirely on zooplankton. A single whale can consume over 4 tons a day. That means these drifting animals fuel hearts the size of cars, tongues that weigh as much as elephants, and migrations across entire oceans. No zooplankton, no whales, no whales, a broken ocean. Zooplankton are not one thing, they are thousands. Some are crustaceans, some are jelly-like predators, some are larvae of animals you'd never associate with plankton at all. Starfish, crabs, lobsters, fish, even creatures that dominate reefs and coastliness spend their earliest days drifting, defenseless, vulnerable, anonymous. Most don't survive, and that's the point. Zooplankton don't rely on strength. They rely on overwhelming probability. Millions are born so that a handful may live. This fuels the entire marine food web, from filter feeders to apex predators. It is brutal. It is efficient. It is perfect. Here's something few people realize. Zooplankton help regulate Earth's oxygen and carbon cycles. They eat phytoplankton, microscopic plants that produce over half the oxygen you breathe. When zooplankton feed and then sink or are eaten, carbon is dragged into the deep ocean, locked away for centuries. This is called the biological pump, and without it, global temperatures would skyrocket. Zooplankton don't just live in the ocean, they engineer the planet. Some zooplankton are predators, armed with harpoons, venom, and grasping limbs. At their scale, they are monsters. They ambush prey. They paralyze victims. They consume animals nearly their own size. This is a world of constant motion, constant danger, constant hunger, and it never stops. Zooplankton predate dinosaurs. They survived mass extinctions, ice ages, asteroid impacts. They adapted while giants fell. Some of the forms you're watching nowhere nearly unchanged from hundreds of millions of years ago. They are living fossils, still drifting, still feeding, still holding the planet together. And yet, despite their power, zooplankton are vulnerable. Ocean warming disrupts their migrations. Acidification weakens their shells. Pollution and microplastics enter their bodies, and then every body above them. When zooplankton suffer, the entire ocean feels it. This is not an abstract problem. It is immediate. It is global. It is already happening. Zooplankton do not live randomly. They follow internal clocks, time to sunlight, moon cycles, and even seasons. Some species synchronize reproduction with lunar phases, releasing eggs and sperm simultaneously across miles of ocean. For a brief moment, the sea becomes a living constellation of life. This precision ensures survival in a world where timing is everything. Miss the window by minutes, and an entire generation can vanish. Few people realize this, but zooplankton influence cloud formation. When they feed and digest, they release compounds into the atmosphere, tiny chemical signals that help seed clouds. Those clouds affect rainfall. Those rains affect crops. Those crops feed humanity. From microscopic drifting animals to storms forming in the sky, the connection is unbroken. There are no hiding places in open water, no trees, no rocks, no caves. Zooplankton survive in a three-dimensional battlefield where danger comes from above, below, and every direction in between. Some grow spines longer than their bodies. Some flatten themselves to slip through currents. Others develop erratic swimming patterns, moving unpredictably to avoid capture. This is evolution at its most relentless. Even silence isn't silent. As zooplankton move, feed, and collide, they contribute to the ocean's acoustic signature. Whales and fish can detect these subtle sounds, using them to locate feeding grounds. In a way, zooplankton are whispering direction stow, the largest creatures on Earth. Follow the sound, follow the food, follow life. Many zooplankton begin life near the surface and end it in the abyss. When they die, their bodies fall, a slow, steady snowfall of organic matter. This marine snow feeds creatures that have never seen sunlight. Entire deep-sea ecosystem sexist because of drifting animals that lived and died far above. Even the darkest corners of the ocean are connected to the surface by zooplankton. Zooplankton are nature's quality control. They remove excess algae, recycle nutrients, prevent runaway blooms that could suffocate the seas. When their populations collapse, algae can explode uncontrollably, oxygen levels crash, and dead zones spread. Their absence is catastrophic. Their presence is balance. Life as zooplankton is fast. Some live only days, others weeks. A few survive months. Every moment matters. They hatch, ready to feed. They grow rapidly. They reproduce quickly, because the ocean does not wait. Predators are always near. There is no childhood, no pause, only motion. Scientists study zooplankton to predict what comes next for Earth. They respond quickly to temperature changes. They shift ranges as oceans warm. They vanish from places they once dominated. When zooplankton move, the planet is speaking. They are early warnings written in living code. Ignore them, and we ignore the future. Zooplankton are everywhere, and yet almost nowhere in human thought. We celebrate sharks, We revere whales, we protect coral reefs. But the creatures that make all of it possible remain unnamed, unseen, and largely unprotected. The ocean's greatest power has no face. Without zooplankton, diversity collapses. They don't just feed life, they shape what life is allowed to exist. By controlling which phytoplankton dominate, zooplankton influence water clarity, nutrient flow, and habitat structure. Clear waters favor coral reefs. Murky waters favor different ecosystems. In this way, drifting animals decide which oceans sparkle with color and which fade into monotony. They are not passive passengers. They are architects of possibility. Zooplankton carry the chemical fingerprints of their environment. In their bodies are records of temperature, pollution, and change. Scientists read these signals like pages in a diary, a living archive of ocean history. Where they grow smaller, the waters are warming. Where they vanish, ecosystems are unraveling. They remember what the ocean was. They reveal what it is becoming. Right now, as you watch this, zooplankton are rising through the water column, feeding under starlight, shaping currents, balancing chemistry, fueling giants. They are living proof that size is irrelevant, that dominance is not about strength, and that the smallest lives can carry the greatest weight. They do not conquer, they sustain. And as long as they drift, the ocean lives, the planet breathes, and the story of life continues.